filming me? Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah, they
okay. Oh, jeez. Wow.
They are being. Let's see. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
One bright light.
How you been? Been okay?
I'm good. Are you guys sick of this or what? Has it been a long day?
Week.
Week?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I'm sick of myself.
Week 1.
I've only been here one day. I'm over it.
Another week to go.
You have another week to go. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
life's cruel.
What kind of, are you going to be one of the dancers and dancers?
Yes, yes.
You know who you're going to dance with?
Not yet, not till the 13th. They won't tell me, but I have a feeling it's not going to be my old partner because they've been kind of letting me know it could be anybody, and yeah, he wouldn't be able to keep a secret.
Do you think that's by design to kind of throw your game off, or?
I think that a lot of this is by design to throw your game off. I think a lot they like to do this kind of little, you know, it's part of it.
Sure.
Throw you off a little bit. It's more interesting.
Who do you think is going to be your biggest competition in this?
Well, I think everybody, because I'm not a great, I don't have a lot of dance experience, and a lot of people on this show have won. There's 6 winners, and then there's all these other people with a lot of experience or just did well on the show. I don't know. I think we all bring something different to it, so I'm hoping I like the performance. I think that's what I really concentrate on, is the characterization and the dancing and the everything. Just try and make an interesting performance. So I'm hoping people like that, because definitely don't think I'm the best dancer, that's for sure.
I think they would have called you back if they didn't have some faith in you. So you've got to have faith in yourself.
I do. No, but I do think it's about the performance. I want to make a really interesting performance every week. You know, I want to be able, it's like doing a little play every week. So I'm just really going to challenge myself and do more of what I did last time. But just really, it's like an experiment. You know, I really feel like it's a great, I never really put a lot of effort into any of this career, really, at some point. I haven't really done a lot of rehearsal or a lot of things. I've Baywatch, you know, so I think this is a really great opportunity for me to experiment with everything about performing. So I'm just thrilled to do it and feel very honored.
Sorry. Was it easy
You've
to
been
say
keeping
yes
this
to
under
this?
your hat for about a week now. Who was it the hardest to keep this news from?
My Auntie Vi. She knows today already. She's 87. She's still making pierogies in her high heels, loose-side heels. She's a big dancer. She's the one who wanted me to do it in the first place. And I did it for her, and she is going to go through the roof. She's going to be over the moon. She just loves it so much, and she's in Canada. She won't be able to come here for any of the performances, but she's going to have little block parties with champagne, I'm sure, every week with all her friends.
Oh, I was going to say, was this easy decision for you? So obviously, did you do it for yourself, or did you do it for her?
Well, the first time, I did it for her because I thought she would love it, and I did it because I was curious to see if I could actually really dance, because there is a person in my head that can dance and sing and perform and paint and all these great things, and the closest I get to that person is the happier I feel within myself. So I knew it was just something within me that I resonated with, but I'd never tried, and I figured might as well just, you know, jump off the bridge and do this. Might as well just see if I can do it. If I can't do it with some of the world's best dance coaches, then I can't do it. So I was excited to see that I could do it. So now I'm addicted to it. I think it's great. It's such a thrill. And so when they called me, because the first thing I thought after I was off the show last time was, oh, I want to do this again. Now I get it. Now I know my ankles are going to break in half almost. And now I know I'm going to hurt in strange places. And so now I know kind of what to expect, and I'm getting in better shape, and I'm walking a lot and doing Pilates and treadmill and coming from a stronger constitution going in. So I think I'll be okay. I'll be able to stay on my feet. You know, a lot of it is balance and staying in the ground, and there's all these tricks to the trade that if you grow up as a dancer or take dance lessons when you're young, there's things that you just naturally do now, but I have to learn all that now, which is harder as you're older.
Do you remember them from when you were on the show?
I forget everything. Yeah, pretty much. No, I think when I get into it, though, I'll remember everything. But
muscle memory.
Yeah, and the choreography of some of the dances. If I really thought about it, I could probably do it. But we'll see. It's going to be a whole new world, but challenging, and I like to be in uncomfortable positions. But that doesn't sound right.
We'll
see what happens.
What is it? What is it?
Did you see a change in you, maybe physically or even just personality-wise, after having competed? Did this give you a different edge in life?
Well, I definitely felt in better shape, but I also felt like it was, you know, a can of worms. I felt like, oh my gosh, I really am onto something. This is something I really love, and the musical theater people have been contacting me since I did the show. They were loving what I was doing, and so I have a lot of things kind of up in the air, in the works, and I think this will be a great warm-up to another chapter of my life that I'm really excited about.
What challenges you these days? I mean, why do you want to compete as an actress, as a dancer, you know?
Well, this is kind of all in one, and you know, I came here from Canada. I came here as a Playboy centerfold and did Baywatch and Home Improvement and VIP, and then I kind of did a movie and got married and had kids, and everything kind of took off, and I was famous before I even knew really who I was yet, and I have so many interests in the arts. I love art, I love music, I love theater, and all these things I haven't really been able to sink my teeth into, or take an acting lesson or a voice lesson or anything. So I feel like I've just got here. I feel like I've just arrived. I'm taking dancing lessons, singing lessons, guitar, piano, everything, and I feel like I'm just, kind of got the baloney out of the way, the bikini, which was great, fun, but I think I have more to offer still in this industry, and I'm so excited because I feel like this kind of, I recognize myself all of a sudden. I feel like I've got a lot to do yet, where and I think it's always been, percolating in me, and I just didn't know when I was going to be able to, I was doing so well, and I was making a lot of money, and I've been, getting away with murder in a bikini, I keep saying, and now I want to do something more.
You mentioned theater. Is that something you'd like to get into?
Yeah, well, I did some pantomimes in London. I played the genie in Aladdin, and I was playing saxophone and coming down from the ceiling, and pyro was going off, and I just felt like this is something that's really exciting to me. I was working with Brian Blessed, and I was really, he says, you got to get on stage, you got to do this. And I was singing, and then the next time I experimented a little with singing, and I think the combination of singing, acting, dancing is good for me, not one or the other. So I felt like being on stage live, too, gave me another sense of, I don't know, I just felt like I was doing it's courage. It gave me some courage to do it all at once instead of trying to be so specific. So I think I do have some musical theater in my future.
Do you remember your
production of Sugar? That would be great. Really.
Do you remember your first public performance? I don't care if it was kindergarten. Do you remember the first time you walked on a stage?
I wasn't doing that as a young kid. I mean, I tortured my neighbors with my family. I guess we all did little performances for our families, and for some reason I did all the commercials. I don't know why, but I'm just directing and doing the commercials. But I ice skated a little bit. I was in Ice Capades, and I was a Dalmatian, and my mother put shoe polish on my eye, and it got in my eye, and I took down the whole line. So I have to redeem myself there, too. I'm thinking of doing an ice skating thing.
Skating with the stars.
Yeah, there's something, isn't that? That's out there. I'll do that, too.
Pam, can you just, for camera's sake, talk about one of your favorite charities and why you like it?
Well, I think I'm most known for my work I've done with PETA for 20 years, and right now there's something very specific that I'm dealing with is Paul Watson and the Sea Shepherd, and he's been he's been in Germany for 70 days. He just fled the country, and because he was going to be extradited to Japan through Costa Rica, which means he'd just spend the rest of his life in jail with not a fair trial. So we want to get him back out on the ocean doing what he's supposed to do and protecting the whales and the diversity in our oceans, because I believe that human beings are an endangered species. We have to look after our planet and for our kids, and so that was another reason I wanted to do this show, because I think it's just whatever it takes. If you're going to be out there in front of all these people and you have I just believe that that's something really important to continue to talk about.
I mean this with all sincerity. How much of a struggle is it to make the public aware that you're not just a dumb blonde?
Well, I always said it's great to have nothing to live up to, because now when I form a full sentence, I'm a genius. And it's been, but I know what you mean. It's just been, it's been part of my charm, I guess, in the business, because I think maybe that's why maybe I'm around still a little bit longer, because people might realize there's maybe a little bit more to me than that, and I think that's been the curiosity, is she this, is she that, and so that's great. So that's great news, and I can continue on with that. And you can be, I called, when I was on Baywatch, I'm the one who called PETA and said, I am so sick of talking about my boyfriends and my boobs. Please give me something to talk about that's meaningful. I'm talking to 150 countries. This is the biggest show, and I've just seems so silly what I'm able to talk about. So then they would start feeding me the information every time I went to a different country, whatever animal issue was there. And we've changed laws, animal welfare laws, all over the world. And when I saw the results, it just made me want to do it more and more and more. And so I love it that I'm kind of the mascot for PETA.
You kind of answered my question, but I just want to follow up. Do you recall what the moment was when you realized I can take this spotlight that's on me and scrutinizing everything I do and turn it onto something good? I have a platform. Can you remember when it just like, oh, light bulb?
Well, when I was on Baywatch, I absolutely remember sitting on the lifeguard tower and just doing a huge press conference and talking about such silly stuff, and everybody was talking about it, and I thought, and I was working with Last Chance for Animals, who's kind of more of an extreme group who rescues animals from laboratories and things like that, and I remember seeing that I'd rather go naked than wear fur, and I thought, well, I'd rather go naked than do anything, so this is an easy campaign for me to do. And so I talked to them and said, let's do it. And I remember a handwritten note. I used to write, I was known kind of for my handwritten notes. I don't know if that, I guess it's definitely not popular anymore. That kind of shows where I came from, but I would always write thank you notes and handwritten notes to everybody. And I wrote a letter to PETA and said, please use me, because I don't know how long this is, going to last or what I'm doing, but I seem to have a lot of opportunities to talk, and I'd rather talk about that, share the attention with something that I believed in.